Laziness, man. I feel like everyone goes through laziness in their life. You know, it's like it's like part of the human nature, I feel like. You know, everyone is lazy to some extent. Everyone likes doing things that are more fun and interesting over doing things that might be more necessary, but you know, they're probably just boring. Like schoolwork or like work, um, doing the dishes, maybe hanging up your clothes, you know, I I I don't like doing these things, but I also don't hate them. You know, they're not like dreadful, but I would rather be doing other things, you know? But they're necessary, these things. They're necessary. And I always find myself like skimping out, I guess, and just not doing them when I really should be doing them. And it's just like, why do we all... I can't speak for everyone because not everyone is lazy, but I feel like most people... Holy shit, I'm getting... Oh my god. How many of these is there? Hold up. Hold that thought. What the f... Yo. Oh my god. I need to go... Oh my god. I'm dead. What? What? Nah. Anyway, I lost my chain of thought. It's... I always leave things to the last minute. I always do that. I always have. And I always tell myself, you know, like, let's say at the end of a school term or a semester at uni, I'll just like, I'll be lying in bed or something late at night and I'll think, you know, I could have got better marks, you know, I could have done better. You know, I passed. I've always passed, you know, I've always done decent. You know, I wouldn't say I do the bare minimum, but I do the bare minimum in my mind. Like, I do what I would consider the bare minimum. For me, at least. And I just feel like I never change. I've always been a massive procrastinator, or like a lazy person, I'd say. But never to the point where it's like I'm like failing school or anything like that. But I always like think to myself, oh, next time. Next time I'll change and I'll do things on time, you know, and well, I guess not on time. I guess I'll do things early. I'll get things out of the way. But I never actually stick by those words. I always revert back to my ways of just doing what's most enjoyable and then just doing things at the last minute. Like even right now, I literally have uni assignments due in a few days and I'm playing Dark Souls right now and yapping about how I could be, about how I'm lazy. But I feel like that's, to an extent, it's part of the human nature. Like, I think humans by nature are just more inclined to do what they desire. I don't know. But then again, there are some freaks out there that are just like absurdly on top of everything and they're able to do everything so efficiently and just like, well, no, that's a lie. No one's perfect. But I feel like you get what I'm saying. Like, some people by nature are less lazy than others and more inclined to get things finished. I'm definitely not one of those people, I will say. This opens the door, right? What the... W voice crack? The hell? Yeah, it does, okay. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, I mean, even that cutscene lost my train of thought. This is like training my brain to do two things at once. To think about two things at once. Maybe that's why I'm so lazy. Yeah, I really lost my train of thought. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I feel like I've always been able to get away with not doing what I could do to the fullest. Like, not trying my hardest with everything. Like, obviously there are things where I really try. But there are other things where I'm just like, like, what's the bother, you know? Like, I know I could get this done the night before, or I know I could do this in 30 minutes, like, lazily, and then just be done with it. Oh, I'm about to die as the guy behind me. Okay. Yo, you stole my weapon, Brett. Oh. Can I parry this guy? I think I can riposte, though. That's a double? He's gonna start sprinting. But yeah, I feel like... I wonder if my entire life I'm always gonna be like this, or if I ever will properly change. Because I know it's easy to say in theory, oh, I'll change. But will it actually happen? Is my main question. And it's really up to me. But I feel like I'm always gonna revert to my old ways. Like, I feel like it's just my own nature and personality. Like, is laziness a personality trait? Because laziness, you know, it's not like an emotion. But I guess it is a personality trait in a way, because some people really aren't very lazy. Oh my god, I'm gonna do... Okay, I can do this with one Estus, I'm confident. Okay, hold that thought. I'm not even gonna talk to... Where are the footsteps? Where are the footsteps? Am I tweaking, bro? Oh, okay. This is what you do. Sprint attack. Bang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Does that curse you if you die? What is my aim? Oh, that's good damage, baby. Oh! What the fuck? Yo, that bleed. Nah. Wait. What does that do? I kind of don't want to find out, to be honest. I almost dodged into it. No, that would have been... What does that do? The snow? Wait, that one taps me? I thought I would stagger her. Fuck. See right there, bro? Even right there. That was lazy of me. I could have maybe played a bit slower and just waited to dodge her attacks and then, like, maybe gone for not sprint attacks, just light attacks. But I wanted to end the fight quickly so I could get back to yapping. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point, you know. How am I going to stop being lazy? You know. Because it's easy to, in theory, to say, you know, I'll change. I'll do things on time. But I feel like... When has that ever actually happened? You know, when have I ever actually done that? You know, I just want to do things that I enjoy. That's all I want to do right now in life. I just want to do things that I enjoy, and I feel like I haven't really realized that, you know, it's important to do things that you don't enjoy, so that the things you do enjoy become more enjoyable. But it's not easy doing things you don't enjoy. Well, it depends on the activity. Like, you know, hanging up your clothes is not very difficult. And obviously I do it. Oh, dang it, bro. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Did that not hit him? I'm trolling with this weapon, bro. I'm not used to it being so slow. Nice. Why did he not walk forward more, man? How should I parry? Hello? Shoot. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I can parry this dude. He's pretty quick with it. What? Hello? I meant to sprint attack. Okay. Slow and steady. Anyway. My point is, I don't know when I'm gonna stop being lazy. Or as lazy as I am. You know, I feel like I'm naturally a lazy person, but it's just... I want to be more productive, but I never make the change. You know, I never make the changes necessary. I never like improve myself. Well, obviously I improve myself, but like in that aspect. Oh yeah, it just starts now because I didn't get that free hit. Thing fucking hurts. What the hell? Wait, could I wait. Yeah. Forgot I even had these. Yeah. Might need to whip out the humanity. Nah, she won't hit me again. Boink. Oh, one more of those, one more of those. What the? What is she doing? Oh. She went invisible again. What? I didn't even know she could do that. It's over. Sweet, dude. That's a pretty easy boss. All things considered. But yeah, you know... Laziness is always going to be there, but will it ever go away? I don't know. And I've got to find out, to be honest, but yeah.